All right, what's going on, guys? So we're gonna do a little trade recap from my trades yesterday, and should be done relatively quick right before market open today. So without further ado, let's just take all these drawings off. Okay, so this was the last hourly candlestick prior to market open. We were bearish on the hourly. We were bearish on the 4-hour. So my overall bias for the day was bearish. Okay. If we go into the hourly time frame, I marked out 2 draws on liquidity, this 4-hour and hourly high, and then this hourly high. Okay, those were really my main draws because we were bearish. So I was looking for those to get hit. Okay, market opens. Okay, I've mainly been taking trade purely based off the 5-minute. I've been kind of going after a longer, higher time frame type of look of things recently. And the first thing that I saw, market opened, came through, swept out these highs, broke structure, which in then turned this leg up into an order block. We created 2 fair value gaps, a fair value gap right here and a fair value gap right here. We were able to fill this fair value gap and then reject off of it, which was my first trade, which ended up in a loss. I entered off of that rejection candle, stops were above the wick, and my first target was off these 15-minute lows right here. Second target was these hourly lows, and third target was these hourly lows as well. We ended up getting stopped out. Price ended up pushing up one more time. I got super excited. Oh, TP1's about to get hit. Then boom, stopped out. Price ended up filling more of this fair value gap, but that didn't stop me from taking another trade on the S&P. And luckily for me, now that I don't necessarily have a lot of people like signal botting and stuff, I can trade how I want to, and I can execute how I want to, which has been really nice recently. So from there, we see price fill in this fair value gap one more time. And from there, I was like, okay, well, the hourly is still bearish. The 4-hour is still bearish. I am open to seeing another 5-minute break of structure and a potential fair value gap or order block, whatever you want to call it, to get filled. So then we ended up getting that 5-minute break of structure. We ended up getting a fair value gap. Okay, we saw price push into this fair value gap from this wick down to this wick with a rejection candle. Boom, perfect. That was it for me. I entered off of that rejection candle. My stops were above these 5-minute highs. Take profits were the same, okay? Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. All of those ended up getting hit, putting me at 1-on-1, 1-for-1 on the day, and this was a 1 to 2.92 risk reward. This was a much better risk reward, ended up getting stop out, but this one ended up covering the loss on this and ended up giving me around a 1.5 R gain. And then on top of that, I took a trade on NASDAQ. So on NASDAQ, not so similar to the S&P, we had a fair value gap form right here, a fair value gap form right here. We had our order block right here after this sweep, and then a break of structure. The 4-hour was bearish. The hourly was bearish as well. I identified this as a draw on liquidity along with this high. This high didn't necessarily get swept, but this high did. Okay, we pushed pretty close to this high, but again, it doesn't even matter because liquidity was swept and then there was a break of structure. From there, I saw price push all the way down here, took out these lows, and then broke to the upside. There was no entry there. However, again, the hourly was still intact in bearish structure and the 4-hour was still intact in bearish structure. I saw a 5-minute break of structure after breaking structure to the upside. Right here, off of these lows, we saw the break. We see a fair value gap get filled. We see a rejection candle. I entered off of that with just 1 take profit, which was based off these 4-hour lows down here. And those lows ended up getting hit, giving me a 1 to 2.2 RR and securing me for pretty much right around a 3R, slightly above a 3R day yesterday. So yeah, that pretty much covers the trades that I took yesterday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll be getting onto the Discord call in around 50 minutes so we can chop it up, give you guys my daily buys going into today. We have a lot of news today, okay? or sorry, not a lot of news. It's just FOMC meeting minutes at 3 p.m. We have a lot of news on Thursday, is what I meant to say. Thursday, there's lots of news. We have FOMC meeting minutes. Today might just be chop central. Today, very well. Most of the time when we have FOMC meeting minutes, pretty late into the day, we tend to see price just be flat until these come out. So if that is the case, stay away from trading. I took 3 trades yesterday, killed it. There's no reason for me to try and jump into the market earlier or prematurely than I should today. All right? Peace out.